trigger is so hard.
So we just entered the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. We just turned our permit in, and so we have 8 days to hike through it. And we're gonna pretty much cap right at about that, because Beth's mother is coming at the halfway point to take us into Gatlinburg for a couple days. So we're gonna do a little miles in those days, but we're still going to make it through just in time. But it seems so much different than the rest of the trail so far. And upon walking in, we heard just all these different birds, bird calls and everything, and we've been learning them along the way. So it's been fun to identify the wildlife. It's been a good time.
My pack is so heavy.
Why is it so heavy?
Because we just entered Great Smoky Mountain and there's no water between here and the shelter, which is 10 miles away. So I have 2 liters of water, which weighs like 5 pounds. And I have like 9 or 10 pounds worth of food, which is probably too much. But I usually am like somewhere around 20 pounds in my pack, and now I'm like at 30, and it's...
You can always feed some to Periwinkle.
Periwinkle. Oh, okay.
I'm up on top of this really rickety fire tower, all the way at the very top to get this gorgeous panoramic view. And what's awesome is, let's see, right there. We were at the Fontana Hilton right there. And then that's the dam, as you can see, that we crossed earlier today. So we're up high, and we will be continuing north over these 6,000 plus feet tall mountains through the Great Smoky Mountains. The ground is just covered in these teeny tiny, beautiful little flowers. There's just fields of them. Whew. And today has been a very difficult climb, pretty much straight up from like Fontana Dam, which was like 1,700 feet, and we're getting as high as like 5,000 something feet. So just climbing all day has become very exhausting.
And we're tired.
So we got about 3.1 miles to go to get to a shelter. And the thing is, we have to get to the shelter because that's the only place you're allowed to camp in the Smokies. Oh, so it's so difficult pushing on when you are ready to sleep. We set out today to do about 6 miles. Thing is, because of the regulations in the Smoky Mountains, is we didn't really have too much choice. We'd either do 6 miles or 12 miles to the shelter after that. So we got to the 6 mile shelter and we said to ourselves, it's only 3 o'clock, we're still feeling good. Do we crank out another 6 miles? And Beth, what was the decision you made?
I said, well, screw it, let's do 6 more miles.
So we're doing it.
But I may be my brain is a little addled by the thought of fast food tomorrow night and a hotel room.
Yes, it would allow us to get to Gatlinburg faster, in which we are meeting her mom. And that means one more night to rest on beds and one more night that we would get a hot meal to eat in town. So it was well worth it. Well, we still have about 5 more miles, so maybe.
Well, yeah.
Oh, so Beth and I made it to the top of Rocky Top, which is actually in North Carolina / Tennessee. because
North Carolina, Tennessee,
because we are walking the ridge line,
North Carolina,
which is also the state line
Tennessee.
of the two states, and this is Rocky Top. So should we sing a song, Bethy?
I think so. I think a song is required, actually.
Good old Rocky Top, ooh, Rocky Top, Tennessee, Rocky Top, Tennessee.
I'm king of the mountain.
So last night we got into the campsite around 9:30. We hiked all day, so in about an hour during the night, which was spooky in the Great Smoky Mountains, where the bear population is thicker than just about anywhere else on the trail. So every time we see a shadow, we thought we were like, "Oh, bear!" So it was pretty scary at times. But we reached mile 189.3, which means we only have 1,999.8 miles to go. Under 2,000 miles, baby! Woo! Beth's so excited. The first time on the AT, the forest has really changed. We finally got some evergreen trees. It's kind of like dark. It's very, the Forbidden Forest of Harry Potter-esque. So it's creepy, but also cool. Very beautiful. Made it to Clingmans Dome, the highest point on the Appalachian Trail, at 6,600 something feet. It's really tall. So we're walking this windy stretch to the top of the tower to get an awesome 360 view. And this is the view from the top, and what we're looking at right here, stunning Indian Mountain is in the distance. It's so hazy, but you can just barely make it out, and we were there, gosh, back in the early parts of North Carolina, I think. I don't even remember. But it's just very gorgeous all the way out. And then we are heading north in that direction over top of those bad boys. And then I think we'll come down here into the gap, where we'll possibly do some slack packing with Beth's mom. But it's just glorious out here. Are out for a slack pack day where we're doing 7.5 miles, and we ran into Snail and Sandals.
What up, guys? And
we offered them a slack pack, but they're purist. So instead they decided to walk with us, and we're going to give them a ride back into town. But it's really nice to get back out here after 2 days in Gatlinburg, which just can get so overwhelming with tourism and deep fried butter and moonshine. I kind of do want deep fried butter
right now. Actually, I'll take that.
All right. Deep fried butter for dinner, guys. So these like little gate bridges are actually to prevent the wild hogs from destroying some of this beautiful growth. So Beth's mom picked us up at Clingmans Dome and brought us to this awesome cabin where we just took 2 0 days, but I just got to show you what it looks like inside. We got our stuff strewn about everywhere, but it's just this quaint, beautiful place. Hey guys! Yes, and Snail and Sandals actually joined us for a little while to get their laundry washed and just to chill out with them for a while as they waited for their ride. Look at our terribly messy room. Oh, all our stuff is everywhere.
Gear explosion.
Gear explosion. But it's really cool. And oh yeah, there's a hot tub. And of course, a hot tub that we've been soaking in and are about to get in again. But yesterday it was awesome because right down here, one of the bears came up. And I'm pretty sure this bear had been very tame from being fed by people all the time. But there's Gatlinburg in the distance and the mountains, and so we'll be going back again to hike some more tomorrow. So we are at Charlie's Bunyan, 4 miles past Newfound Gap, with Snail and Beth and Sandals, who's about to go over. But look at this. Don't fall, Sandals! This is definitely the most beautiful spot we've seen on the entire trail.
Yeah, favorite spot so far.
Keep that pose. Keep it. It's just, man, it's fantastic out here. Keep it. Keep that pose. He's coming back. Come back. I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you when you're not in it. All right, you're good. I cut the camera off. Ah! Going out
but
there.
No, you haven't gotten up here yet, sir. So we have hiked 218.9 miles as of right now, which means we are 10% done with the trail. So we just have to do that 9 more times.
Just 9 more times.
Just 9 more times.
Very, very mossy. So this is one of the shelters that we stay at in the Smokies, which gives us these warnings of bears being active in the area. This is where we hang our bear bags. Just hanging up on one of these lines, pull it up, keeps it out of reach, as well as of mice. These snails are getting it on. This snail is lonely. Amazing that just right out of the Smokies, more like right at the end of the Smokies, everything has just become lush and green, and spring has sprung, and there's leaves growing at the tops of the trees, and it's like, whoa! It still seemed like, you know, winter and early spring at the start of the Smokies, and now everything's just blooming so quickly.
I think spring is here.
I think this is it, Bethy. I think this is it. We are out of the Smokies. Oh man.
Be serious. We did it.
Well,
we made it to the Smokies.
That was fun.
That was fun.
You want to do it again?
No.
You sure?
I'm sure.
All right, I guess we'll go this way then.
I liked it when I used to have it. Dude.
Good old trail magic.
So for about the past mile, we've been following this creek here, and I know a lot of people hike for the views and for the stunning mountains and vistas, but personally, there's something about a creek, it just exudes peace to me, and I can't even describe how it makes me feel, but when we have moments like this on the trail, it just completely makes it worth it for me. I absolutely love it out here. I just can't even describe it.
So we just arrived at Standing Bear Farm. It's a hostel here, just shortly after the Smokies, and they got some really great bunks. They have tree houses. It follows a little creek here on the side, and just a ton of hikers just here gathered having a good old time. This is one of our first true bald mountains that we're climbing up with Sandals and Snail, and it is Snowbird Mountain. And later today we will be reaching Max Patch, which is a celebrated spot on the trail that we might try to camp on tonight if we're allowed to.
Like it's under the ground, and that's where it.
Baby!
Why are your knees all dirty?
I did a 360.
We are currently climbing up to the summit of Max Patch, this incredible bald mountain. It's just huge. And we're going up to the top. This is just some review in the past what we've done. And man, has it been a long day, but with such amazing rewards. So as Bethy was saying earlier, she feels enriched by these like small little creeks, you know, along the trail. Like it just brings this peaceful and you know, beautiful feeling over her. And that's exactly how I feel about when I reach these like high meadows. It is some of the most you know, beautiful views, but at the same time just to see, you know, just like just the rolling grass and the wind and just the blue skies above it. It is some of the most beautiful, stunning scenery I've ever seen. It just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, and just enlightens me and uplifts me, and it makes me feel that this is all so worth doing.
Surrounded by mountains. It is unbelievable.
You're on, ladies. Ah, shin splints.